What's up, everybody? Mr. Poseidon here on another freaking adventure. And what an adventure it's been today, let me tell you. How's everybody doing? We got a great show, super packed tonight. Bill Wetzel's running a little late, but he's going to be on the show. That's right. Let's go, baby. Got my lovely wife here. Go. Got a little bit of the magic lights on. So we've been rushing, we've been doing, and we've been getting ready. What's up, honey?
No, this one here on me, it doesn't look like it's... Oh!
What is it? Tell me.
It doesn't look like it's on yet.
What do you mean on yet?
Maybe it's not, you know, it's not...
Now you notice that? Check the plug on the side there. The bottom of your plugs, are they all in?
Yes.
Oh man, this is what it is with the live stream sometimes. They're all in?
Yeah.
Definite? All right, hold on, guys. I got to take a look at something. Okay, how about now?
Okay, now I see it. What was the difference?
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Woo! All right. Let's start again. Boom! Mr. Poseidon rushing it through, making sure everything is on. Whew. All right, so we got a nice show packed up for you today. Gonna have on Bill Wetzel. Like I said, he's running a little late. Let's say hello to my wife. Hey, honey, take a look at the camera. Is it working now?
Yeah.
Okay, put on those headphones. It's a beautiful thing. Marriage, 26 years. You don't like it? Get out of it. That's all I got to say. 32 years later, here we are. It's a beautiful thing. So what's been going on today, honey?
Just getting ready.
Getting ready for what?
For the big show.
Another big show, that's right.
Look, Aquatic Apes was saying maybe the show really does start at 8.
Let me tell you, buddy, this show has been starting at 8 since we started this damn thing. Been going kind of tough, but don't switch that view, honey. It's staying on you for the rest of the night.
Here, we can go like this.
Oh, you feel better now that I'm with you?
Sure.
Great. All right. So, yeah, guys, I said that Bill Wetzel's running a little late tonight. So we're going to have on a little special guest just in a little while. But before we get to that, I want to tell you guys a few things. So this week, guys, if you saw on Instagram, I made a little video for a company called LIVESTREAM. I'm going to play that for you right now.
Here.
All right.
Oops. First I got to put it on here.
This should have been done, what, like an hour ago? It's a beautiful thing, marriage, let me tell you guys. All right,
there.
So go ahead, play it. Is that with the sound you got on?
You got to turn off that sound.
Okay. There you go. We tried. These were great socks to wear. Waterproof, super good stuff. Please don't look at my feet. So these socks were great. I wore them in the river this week. I went fishing. I wanted to see if they were actually leak dry or waterproof. They were really comfortable, I gotta admit that. And they stay up tight, nice.
Nice.
Beautiful stuff. Actually tried them out in the water, as you can see. Stuck my feet all the way in there. The whole time I had my feet in there, I didn't actually feel any water, so I was like, okay, so far it's working.
Going right now.
Pretty good stuff. I had on a fish for a little while, then I lost. But anyhow, the life of the fishing world. And I came home 6 hours later, whatever it was. Took them off. Guys, I just want to say thank you to the donators tonight, which was Honey.
Thank you, Brian Harding.
Yeah, Brian Harding, thanks for that so much. That was so nice of you to do that. Guys, we do take donations here, or super chats, you want to call them.
And Juan Gonzalez.
Juan
Thank you
Gonzalez,
so much.
who loved my foot modeling there. He wrote that on the comment. That was hilarious, Juan.
And his wife wants to know, do they make underwears? Does Leak Dry make underwears? That's the question.
Ah! No, they don't. They don't make them. I want to ask them if they do. All right, you can take it off now.
Here we go.
There you go. Beautiful. All right, so yeah, I don't know if they make underwears, but I got to ask him, Juan. Juan Gonzalez, the champion of last year's tournament in Montauk, 2024. Caught the biggest fish, 43.5 inch. Congratulations on that win. Got a beautiful jacket out of it. That jacket will be there for a lifetime for him. I know it will. So going back to the Leak Dry socks. So the socks are pretty good, guys. I got an extra pair here. Hopefully whoever wins these fits into them just fine. But Leak Dry, I'm going to put these in the package with the beautiful Van Staal we're going to give away. That's the VS 200 SX. Just a great, awesome reel. Van Staal, underwater reels. Guys, you know, for the Van Staal reels, they're known for putting their reels underwater. They have great seals on them. Basically, I used mine, my first one that I got, the 250, and that one lasted me throughout 12 years without even rinsing it once. That's right, not even rinsing it one single time. But other than that, those reels are great. I had to put it in for service for the first time. They couldn't get a part on it. I had left that one downstairs. It's right in front of the dining room table there. I was supposed to bring it up. Guys, I rushed tonight. I work a night shift. I got up kind of late here, and it was kind of rough on me. It's tough. Got to get my sleep because I got to go to work again tonight. As far as the Montauk Striper Challenge, I will let you guys know that there are 24 seats available for the bonus boxes. Those kind of went kind of quick. Last year, I didn't sell my first bonus box till May 1st. So just letting you guys know, if you want a bonus box, make sure you sign up, because once they run out, you're not getting the bonus box after that. You're just going to get the regular supplies that you get when you join the competition. You looking at me, hon? Go ahead.
No, I'm just looking at a artist formerly known as Night Shift Fishing. He had to create a whole new channel so you could chat here after he ended Night Shift Fishing. Why did he end Night Shift Fishing? What happened, Night Shift Fishing?
Matt? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I want to know that one. Wow.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I was saying that about the Van Staal that's going to be given away tonight. Great prize. Also, last week we were at the show. That was the Connecticut show we went at.
No. Edison.
Edison, sorry, that's right. Edison, New Jersey. I came on a boot there where it's called Jerk It. That's, read this off, honey, here.
Let's see. Oh, you don't have your reading glasses on.
Yeah.
Jerk It. Jerky marinade. Oh, so tasty for chicken, beef, pork, fish, and homemade jerky.
Awesome
Catch
stuff.
some heat and zing.
So basically, comes in a barrel of laughs like this. But it was good stuff. They had samples there. I really enjoyed it. I wanted to show you guys again. Anything I show you guys, you're going to enjoy. You can marinate your meats, whatever you want. I had both there. I had meats, and they had it also marinated into their tuna. and they were just like little jerky bites there that they had for sampling, which was awesome. So I picked up one of these for me, and I can't wait to actually use it, but wanted to show you guys. Check them out. That's Jerk It. Marinating supplies for your meats and fish and whatever else that you like to marinate your product with. All right, so again, I'm going to mention the Leak Dry socks. Thank you to Leak Dry again. Super stuff. I'm going to be giving these away along with the Van Stall again, and that's the X2 200.
Not the socks that you wore.
No, not the socks that I wore. Thanks, though. It's not funny. But anyhow.
Really?
Yeah, so
Just wanted to be sure.
there was a few things I wanted to talk about, and I'm like completely like dumbfounded. Because honestly, guys, I woke up like 20 minutes ago.
Aww.
I got up and I was like, what's going on? And I'm getting ready, and here I am.
Where you were.
Yeah, as far as the fishing season up here in the Hudson, where I fish, it's kind of begun or began. This week I got my first 2 weeks, 2 fish of the season. Giants, 20 and 22-inch striper right down on the river. There's been a few guys that have hit in the low 20s, but 20 pounds that is. And that's resident fish that live actually in the river. Sometimes those resident fish come off the middle and come out on the outside to feed. It's a great place to go fishing. I fish in Piermont Pier, but I have to tell you guys something that I found was like amazing. Now, I don't have any problem with anybody fishing down there. It's a public park, you could say so, but you do need your permits to fish down there, and you do need your licenses and whatever else. The DEC, they're breaking chops this year. Oh my God, I've never seen them as many times this year as I have throughout my 18 years fishing over there, basically since I moved here. But I will tell you this, that there are a lot of South Americans that come fishing down there. And like I said, I don't mind any of the South Americans fishing down there, nobody. As long as you have your paperwork. And I always said to myself, you know, these people, they come down here, they got their paperwork, and most of them do. But I noticed something this year. There is this population, right, honey? They went down from about, I would say, when we're down there fishing, I would say at least 60 to 70% of them are South American people fishing down there. And again, it's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. Most of them do have their licenses and permits, whatever they need to go fishing down there. But I will tell you this, that right now, there is zilch down there. I don't see any of them.
None of them?
No, none of them. And I don't, you know, barely, you know, I see like, I don't know, 5% of what it used to be there. And the pier's kind of empty, and I'm bugging out. But so I guess the whole time I thought that they were legal, you know, papers and all that as far as fishing. I guess they weren't legal the other way because they're not down there.
Thank you, Chris Ploff.
Yeah, I want to say to a few people out there, let's go back to the orange donation,
Welcome,
honey.
Dan.
Who made that orange? Yeah.
Go
Up that one. So Juan Gonzalez, again, thank you for that donation. Guys, we work off donations, and the money that I get, I'm going to be using for the Montauk Striper Challenge, and of course this year, my first annual Jersey Striper Challenge, which I'm super stoked about. In Jersey this year, the borders are going to be from Barnegat Lighthouse all the way up to Manasquan Inlet. It's only the white sandy beaches. I'm not going to allow the inlets to be fished. Also the railroad track that runs across up there in Manasquan Inlet. That one either. Why? Not because I don't want people catching fish, because I don't want anybody getting hurt. So basically those are off bounds. It's all white sandy beaches. If you guys have ever fished Jersey in the fall season, you know that predominantly it is a daytime bite, which is actually great, simple fishing. Now Montauk, my 5th annual competition that I'm having, that's grown absolutely big, very big. And this year we're expecting, can I tell you, 250, maybe 300 people down there. But I will tell you this, that's a great competition. You start off by getting bonus boxes when you first come to sign up. Not registered. You're already registered. If you want to register, you go to MrPoseidonOfficial.com. montaukstriper.com. We have the 2 competitions there. Click on 1 or 2 or both and join the competitions. But Montauk is a different beast. It's predominantly a night bite there. You know, Montauk's known for its rocks. People swimming out to rocks. You're not allowed in this competition to swim out to rocks, but you can get up on a rock. You get up waist or chest high. As long as the water's not coming down your waders, you can get up on a rock and you can go fishing there.
Thank you, Montauk Lures.
Yeah, also, let's keep going on that donation thing. Montauk Lures, thank you so much. Montauk Lures, a major sponsor this year for the Montauk Striper Challenge and the Jersey Striper Challenge. It's going to be donating his beautiful lures there to us. Also, Chris Plott, thank you so much for your donation. You guys have all been really, really good to me. Here you go, honey. Yeah. We got that special guest right now that's going to be on. You got that, honey? Yeah. Okay, good. So basically going back to the Montauk Striper Challenge, you start off by getting bonus boxes. And so cool because the boxes this year, we're estimating at around $250 to $300 each. I suggest get in on it. I'm not kidding. When I tell you that price, that's what it is. Ask anybody who's ever come to this challenge. It's absolutely spectacular. So you're getting that bonus box. It's all exciting. Imagine driving there. You're one of the first 100. You're getting down there, and you can't wait. Super exciting. And you get your bonus box. Then at 8 o'clock, the competition starts. Everybody shoots out, goes out to their spots, and starts fishing. The next day, we have what's called the longest and most accurate cast. I can tell you this right now. The longest cast, absolutely a fantastic tournament. I never thought that it would be anything that big. I set up markers. I set up like a football field, 150 yards with ribbons, boundary lines. First year we had it, guys were casting into the parking lot. We had to count it because I didn't have boundaries. So basically now I have boundaries last year. And then we have markers up, 8-foot flutter flags that say 50 yards, 75, 100, 125. And then we have the 150s in the back, 10-footers. Last year's competition was won by Delco Joe. That's Joe Pinto. Congratulations on that again, Joe. 147-yard cast. Boom. That's right. He almost hit the end of the cast marker. But we have judges there. Last year, Billy the Greek was judging, and so was Chris Plott, which you guys have done a wonderful, wonderful job. Also, I have in that competition helping me out is Oscar Brea, another wonderful cat who helped me out last year. He was the judge, all the pictures that were being sent to him. What a great job you did. Had the top 10 listing every single morning. It was ready for you guys to see. Just a great job by all those guys. So we have that competition going. Now, I did add on the most accurate cast. A lot of people, why you add that on? Well, I added it on for the people who can't cast 147 yards. There is a chance for you to win on the most accurate cast. Anybody can win that cast. I remember last year, I think we did 3 or 2 casts, and then you have points around the area that you come closest to. You tally up the points, and we get the winner. Last year's winner was, who was it again, honey?
Oh, Pescando en Nueva York.
Yeah, Pescando en Nueva York.
I know, you can't say.
I know, it's a little tough for me, but he won last year. And these competitions pay out good money. I got $2,000 this year for the longest cast. That's correct, you heard, $2,000. And then we have the most accurate cast, which is $1,000. Also, I want to let you guys know, on that second day, we start out what's called the treasure hunt for the women. So if you got a girlfriend or a wife who wants to come down, we have a 2-day hunt set up for them. They get a map. We give them clues on storefronts in Montauk. If you don't know Montauk, it's about a 10-minute walk from end to end. And all the storefronts are there, and we give clues out. They walk into the store that we give the clue to. They walk into the store, and they get trinkets. We had set up shot glasses, ashtrays, shells, something that personified Montauk, the name. on these items, and they get those for free. Obviously, we pay for them, but they get them for free, the girls. Some of the stores give you a letter clue. So at the second day, on the second day, we have the meetup at the pizzeria. All the girls get a slice and a drink to have for lunch. And then they're off again on the treasure hunt, the second part of the day. And again, they go to all the storefronts. They get the clues at the end of their final treasure map hunt. They put the clues together, all the letters. They got to unscramble them. And it unscrambles into a restaurant. And usually that's the restaurant me and my wife are eating at. Could be a bar, grill, whatever it is. But they come in and we pair the girls off. All the girls are paired off. It's not just one girl at a time. And they'll come into the place. They'll see us there. They're the winners. And what do they win? Each girl wins a $500 gift certificate to Sephora, which is absolutely, I think, magnificent for the girls who really aren't into the fishing thing. So they get to have fun too. I think it's exciting for them, and great prizes, like I said. Culminating into the final day of the challenge, because it is a 3-day challenge. 3 o'clock, we end the competition, and 5 o'clock, the festivities start at awards night at Shagwan Tavern. We can't wait for that. I think we're gonna rent out the whole thing this year. Last year, it was a little tight. I didn't think I was gonna have that many people, but it was a little tight last year. And so this year we're gonna rent out the whole thing. And there, I got another $10,000 to $15,000 in prizes. Remember, guys, I am Mr. Poseidon. I don't mess around. I don't make money on these things. I had one guy come up to me. He does his tournaments too, and he says, "Hey man, how are you doing this? How are you getting all these people?" So I looked at him and I said, truthfully, you want the truth? I go, I don't make money, you do. So I use every single penny on these tournaments on you. And next year, not this year's, the year after this, I'll make it even better. As long as there's more people coming, I'll keep upping the prizes. First prize is amazing. $5,000 cash with a championship jacket. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. Most of you have. Juan Gonzalez was sporting his at the Long Island Fishing Show this year. That was at the Ward Melville. I actually met him out there. Great jacket. You get to pick your colors on the jacket. It's a varsity jacket. Your color front, your color sleeves, leather sleeves. And then the patches go on, which is all the donators, or the, what would we call them, honey? Not donators, but, yeah, sponsors. So all the sponsors who have sponsored the tournament, they get their patches on the jacket. We're going to do the same thing in Jersey, minus the bonus boxes, only because it's the first year. But in Jersey, you're still getting something great. To the first 100 people who join in Jersey, they get a Van Stall 200, and then another winning will be a Van Stall plier. Same thing that we have in the bonus boxes in Montauk. One of the boxes is going to contain a beautiful VS 200, and the other box will contain a 7-inch titanium plier, both made by Van Stall. I love Van Stall, guys. I love them. I love them. I love them. I know there are other great companies out there, such as Z-Bass. Who else? Chris Bloth is a favorite of his. I forget the name of the other brand. I don't really have those brands. I don't know them as good as some people, but I will tell you this. I hear a lot of rave reviews. But my favorite, and I'm telling you my favorite, is Van Stall. I love them. I've been using them since my surf, well, not since it started, but since I started fishing in Montauk. I got my first Van Stall, which is now closing in on 20 years in Montauk. I've been doing my fishing. Now listen to me. I suck at fishing. I don't know what it is, but I suck at fishing. Wow. I never said that I was a great fisherman. I am being a little modest, though. I do know what to do, and I do work very, very, very hard at fishing, meaning the grind. So when I'm out there, I do grind hard. The people that I'm with, I bring them and I tell them, listen, we're going to fish. And then I bring them and I'm getting yelled at. What the fuck? You didn't tell me we're going to do this and that. Listen, this is what it is. You know, not everybody, but there's been some guys that have gotten upset at me because I'm running around all over the place. Listen, have you gone out with Bill Wetzel yet? Bill Wetzel probably the premier surf guide, New York State certified, Bill Wetzel in Montauk. Just a great, great guy to have with you. I'm going to tell you guys, for the guys that haven't been here before, Bill Wetzel isn't going to bring you to some fishing hole or some honey hole and tell you, hey, drop your rod, catch the fish, they're here. He's going to teach you how to be a better surf fisherman in Montauk. That's what he does. He's going to teach you moons. He's going to teach you tides, the winds. Winds are so important in Montauk on how they're blowing. He's going to tell you, hey, when you got west winds, you fish over here. When you got east winds, you're going to fish over here. I know the spots, but just in case I'm making a mistake, I'm going to let him tell you. So if you want to learn those spots and how to be a better surf fisherman and overall how to be a better surf caster, you know, see Bill Wetzel, man. This is not a joke. I'm not bull-crapping you. I'm not just saying because it's Bill Wetzel. Bill Wetzel's a good guy. The first time I ever went out with him, I think I went out on 8 trips with him. I haven't been out with him lately in the last few years because I got hurt. I like to go out with him at least once a year. But every time I go out with him, I learn something new, and I learn to be a better surf fisherman. Guys who have come with me know that I am not a spastic totally, all right? I'm a little bit of a spastic, but not totally. But I do love my surf fishing. I have become a better surf fisherman because of Bill Wetzel. I remember when I first went out with him, he's like, okay, throw me out the bucktail. So I threw out the bucktail, and I'm bringing it in like I was fishing for albies. And if you know, you got to zing it in with albies. He's like, whoa, what are you doing? You're not going to catch fish like that. Or you're not going to catch a striped bass like that. So he taught me about slow reeling. A lot of times when you're fishing with striped bass, fishing for striped bass are not fish that are going to dart out and, you know, chase your lure. Yes, they do. They chase lures, but they're not super fast fish. So basically, striped bass are known for their torque, baby. They can sit in a body of water with big, heavy current and just swish their tail and just sit there. And here comes your lure right by. That big mouth opens up, vacuums it right in, and you got a chance of catching your first big fish. I'm super excited when I talk like that because it gets my blood pumping. The Hudson, the fish are hitting. I have my areas where I do hunt for the big fish. It does matter. We're going to ask Bill a few questions later on when he comes on the show about, you know, how to target striped bass. The guy knows everything there is to know, especially about targeting big fish. And a lot of you guys say, oh, yeah, but, you know, I see him. He doesn't catch big. No, he does. He has. Okay? It takes work. You're not going to catch a 50-pound fish every day. It doesn't work like that, except for my wife. When she goes, she catches a 50-pounder every single time she's out there, right, honey?
Yeah, right.
You caught my freaking ass anyway. I'm way over 50.
Hey,
but anyway.
I wanted to read out Churchwood's comment.
Churchwood, what's
Mr.
up, buddy?
P, you have a tremendous heart. Thank you for all you do because all of us watching can't do what you're doing. Oh,
Man, that's nice, man. That Oh, my God, Brian, you're the best.
Let's see.
That's so nice of you to say that, man. Thank you.
Brock 308. What's up with the Piermont Challenge?
Oh, Brock. So let me tell you what's up. Yeah, I'm
No
going to say
Piermont this
no
year.
Piermont. Not because last year it got big. It got so big. Piermont is only a mile stretch of a pier. Guys, if you don't know Piermont, it was made back in the 40s. It was built for World War II. You guys probably don't know. I'm going to tell you right now, 1.2 million soldiers of Americans, young little bred kids, 18 to 21, walked on that pier, got on those little loading vessels, and they got brought out to the big ships out in the middle of the river, and they went over to Europe, especially for D-Day. The whole mountainside there was Camp Shanks, filled with the training facilities, getting these kids ready to go. And then at the same time, when the war was over, these big vessels were coming back, bringing back German, what do you call them?
Prisoners?
Yeah, prisoners of war. Now remember, America is America. They released them onto Camp Shanks. They stayed where the kids trained, but it wasn't like, you know, you're in jail, this and that. You were allowed to walk the town. A lot of those Germans, I think it was 70% of them, stayed behind here because there was nothing to go back in Germany. It was destroyed. So a lot of the town has
Settled
definitely
here.
been
German influence.
Yeah,
Not
German
everywhere.
influence. I know how to speak a little German. What do I know how to say?
Guten Tag.
Yeah, guten Tag. I owe you, guten Tag. So anyway, yeah, that was Cam Shanks and that pier. So basically, going back to the Montauk Striper Challenge, that pier got loaded with so many cars last year. It was a good time, but there were too many cars. There weren't enough good fishing spots. There were only a few here and there. But anyway, right now I'm going to introduce that special guest right now. He's been waiting a while. I want to thank everybody again. Please help me out. Help me out, guys, because I'm always starving for money. Why? Because I put everything into, you know that I have $55,000. It's actually 60, but on the cards that are being passed out now in Long Island, $55,000 in cash and prizes for the Montauk Challenge. It's ridiculous. Next year, I'm going to try to hit 100 grand. I'm going to try. But the prizes are amazing, and it's all about you guys. It's the commodity, the getting together. Remember, I told you about Shagwan. Everybody gets a drink and an appetizer in the form of 2 tokens. You get them in your bonus boxes, and if you don't get a bonus box, you're still going to get a nice baggie with all the products that you need in there, such as the pin I give out. It's a numbered pin with Mr. Poseidon in the back. All right, so let's get to that special guest right now. Let's introduce him.
Well,
you guys
have to
all
turn
know.
The Bluetooth on.
Oh, the Bluetooth? Oh, shoot. Bluetooth.
It's available the road.
This is such an unprofessional channel. It's pathetic.
This is the worst.
This is the worst.
No. Here we go. There we go.
All right, so
He's
let's say
on.
hello to our special guest. Billy, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Eric?
How you doing, Billy? Billy, I know this was short notice. I explained to you that Bill Wetzel's going to be a little late tonight, and you said, sure, I'll do it, no problem. We're going to have Billy on in about a month or two. I don't know. I don't have my schedule here in front of me, but he's going to be on the show live. Billy's always been a great fisherman, one of the best out there. Like people like to refer to him as the GOAT. There are a lot of good fishermen out there, such as Bill Jacobs, also known as the legend. Bill Jacobs just came back from Japan today. He was fishing over there. I saw those little clips. I know you had a good time, Bill. These guys are hustlers as far as grinders. Billy, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, listen, I just got to say something. There are no fish in Japan. They caught them all. That's why they fish here. we should have sent Jacobs a memo. There are no surf fishing in Japan.
Yeah. Poor Bill Jacobs. But no, I know he had a good time. He was writing up on his Instagram. Also, I want to say thank you to Luke Fishing. Luke, thank you so much. You donate on a weekly basis. Also, Bruce Bain.
Thank you.
Bruce, thank you so much for what you do, man. You've been with me with the Narragansett Surf Club. He's the president, guys, out there. He introduced me to the Narragansett guys, 401 plugs. I could just keep going down the list. Charlie the Wolf of Rhode Island, rest in peace. You guys have done so much for me. It's freaking crazy. I'm so goddamn soft-hearted. I hate you guys. You ruined my life. But anyway, going back to Billy. Yeah, who's that?
ALZ.
ALZ, Dom ALZ, buddy. What's good? That's Dom ALZ, right, honey?
I'm not sure who ALZ is.
Oh,
but
maybe not, but okay. I think it is, but
forget.
thank you so much for that donation, ALZ. You are the man. I live on these donations because I'm going to put them right back into the challenge. Right back into the challenge, guys. So the more you guys help, the more it makes it easier on me and less out of my pocket. Because every year since I started this thing, I put in $50,000 just in these challenges. That is not a joke. That is all the truth. And I don't care. I'm not telling you because it bothers me. I'm telling you because I need money right now. That's why I'm telling you. Okay, let's get back to Billy. Billy, what's been going on, buddy? Tell me.
Yeah, listen, I need a question from you. A lot of the guys down here have asked me about your Jersey tournament.
Yeah.
Because they don't, a lot of them haven't fished Jersey. They want to know, do you need a special permit or license to fish it if you're from New York? And are you allowed on four-wheel drive? Is it a four-wheel drive beach?
Yes, it is. It's a four-wheel drive beach, Billy. Guys, if you're going to enter that competition, my suggestion is you get in touch with the, what is it, Brick Beach Township?
The town, well, I forget. to get your beach vehicle
Yeah, that's Island
permit?
Beach State Park. State Park. You call them.
Yeah.
You're going to pay the daily price, guys. I think it's a daily, and you might even pay for the rest of the year if you want. But it's a daily price. I think it's $15 a day. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask a few of the Jersey guys I know.
Yeah.
Tim, if you're out there, or Mike Brew, if you're out there, please let the guys know right now. I don't know what the daily price is, but yeah, from where Brick Beach is, where you're going to be registering that morning, Thursday morning on the 13th of November, we're all going to meet in that parking lot. There's an entrance right there in the parking lot, and you go on the beach. So my suggestion
See right
is...
there, Luke is saying the saltwater registry, that's the free one that you need,
Yes.
your basic. He's saying on here, you can just pay the local municipality for the passes, but get them in now.
Yeah, get them in now, guys. You heard that. Luke, thank you
there
so
go.
much. Yeah.
So you need so Jersey has a free saltwater registry like New York?
Yes, Billy,
Okay.
absolutely.
So you get that, and then you're gonna get the pass for fishing the actual tournament for the days you fish.
Absolutely,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How's the Hudson doing? Did it wake up yet where you are?
What's that? Say that again?
The Hudson. You starting
Okay.
to catch fish?
Yes, we are, Billy. We are starting to catch fish. I was out there fishing this week. There were a few guys, they're catching the males. The males, Billy, they're running from an average of 30 inches up to 38 inches. They're feisty fish. When you're catching them, you feel like you're catching a 30-pound bass on the river. Seriously, Billy. And
That's nice.
yeah, they're the early comers. They're going up there to set up. They're going to be going all the way up to Troy, New York, most of the fish up there. If you guys ever fished the Hudson, or if you haven't fished the Hudson, please come on by. Come on by to Piermont Pier. Make sure you hit the town first. Get your pass for the day. It's 15, or what is it, 25 for the day. It's so worth it. You park your car right where you're fishing. You come out and you fish right there. If it's raining, whatever it is, don't worry. You sit in your car, bring a rain jacket, and when the bite's on, run outside, grab that pole, and do your thing. Remember, you're fishing with circle hooks. If everything is just right, you got a bait runner on you, and the fish takes it, you're not going to, pull back on that fish for a good 5-6 seconds. You're going to let him run with it, because as he's running, he's chewing, and it's going deeper and deeper. And the deeper it goes, the more chances you have when you pull it back to snag him right there on the end of the lip over there and bring up a nice fish. Last year, I will tell you, I fished with Sputnik weights, Billy. I know you know. I've told you. 6 and 8 ounce Sputniks. Heavy current where I go. I can't give away those spots like that. But if you pay me cash on the side, I can think about it. No, I'm kidding. But the Hudson is starting to light up, Billy, slowly. Next week is the big week that we're expecting them to show up. And remember, guys, the season this year is a little later. The waters are still cold. Last night we had freaking 29 degrees. I was at work working. I work with air conditioning. No, I don't put the air conditioning on, but I keep an eye on the temperatures, heating and cooling. Heating in the winter, guys, like now, and cooling in the summertime. So last night we were registering 29 degrees. That's not helping matters. That's lowering the water another half a degree again instead of going back up. So
listen, that might not help your fishing, but it helps the spawn big time.
You know what, Billy?
I was talking to Marty, and he told me that a cold winter produces a much better spawn than a warm winter.
Billy,
so that's good. It's good we had a cold winter for the spawn.
Billy, I will tell you this, Billy. A lot of people don't realize. This is some of the questions I have lined up for Billy, but a lot of people don't realize. But yes, Billy, yes. Why is that? That's how it works. And we've had, how many mild winters have we had already, Billy?
Actually, we've had 6 bad spawns in a row because of mild winters. And I learned that from talking to Marty Gary, who's running our DEC now. He's a pretty smart guy, and I like him, and he's on our side. So that's good to know. But he said cold winters produce a better spawn. So hopefully we'll have a good spawn this year that'll bring us into the future, And even on the island here, like I came over the bridge systems coming to where I am now, and I counted about a dozen seals. You could see them clear as a bell,
Wow.
So they didn't leave yet, so they're still here,
Wow. That's pretty cool stuff, Billy. No doubt about it, buddy. Without a doubt. Yeah. It's a fact what you're talking about. A lot of people talk about that. They've enlightened me, such as you. We've talked about this again before, and it's very important to have those colder winters sometimes because it does help out the spawn.
Let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah, let's hope because I got a couple of questions lined up for Bill Wetzel. I'm going to ask you some of those same questions. Billy, what do you think of let me get my glasses off. Get the real glasses on.
Seeing glasses.
Billy, I want to ask you, out in Long Island, where's the bunker, bro?
There's already bunker here. Bunker come the third week of March, no matter what. They're in the ocean. The gillnetters start catching them.
Yeah,
they take a little while to come into shore. This will start now.
Yeah, last year they were a little late on that run because we were waiting for them. I was always the first one online at Jack's Bait and Tackle because they only had a certain amount. So I was always the first one waiting there at 5 in the morning to grab my bunker. Remember, guys, and Billy will tell you this too because Billy is the master. Billy is the GOAT. He's caught probably the most 60-pound bass of anybody out there in the history of striped bass fishing. Do you realize who's on the phone right now, guys? Do you really? But I'm going to tell you this, that fresh bunker is the name of the game. The fresher they are, the better chance you have because big fish are not stupid. They're not like the little fish. They're running after all those little bucktails, whatever it is. They are not those fish. These fish are smart, and they know when there's a fresh piece of bunker that they think is a real fish. But, Billy, tell me more about that, buddy.
Well, listen, it's a standard joke with me when people say, what's your go-to lure? Bunker. So,
yeah.
Listen, lures are fun. I've said it my whole life. Listen, lures are fun. There's moments where they work great and catch big fish. In certain areas are good lures. But if you want to put it in real terms, for every 50-pound bass caught on a lure, there's probably a dozen caught on bait. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Because it's easier to fool a big fish with a real bait than it is with a lure.
Yeah, no doubt.
Lures, there's a lot involved in a lure. The presentation has to be correct. The movement, big fish, it's not that they're super intelligent and smart. They're super instinctual. Anything wrong, they might not touch it. And they don't feed long.
Yeah.
They're very efficient feeders. So, your chances of a fish putting a lure in front of it, when you catch a really big fish on a lure, obviously some people get lucky, but pretty much that's a good accomplishment because you needed that one little window in time. Your presentation had to be correct. The lure has to be correct. The action has to be correct. With a bait, that's not as critical. You know what I mean? So if you're really looking for really big fish, I spent my whole life fishing for big fish. And you really learn a lot. Big fish are a little different than small fish. So and how you keep your bait is big. But I'm not going to get into that now because I'm going to be on your show one of these days, so we'll really get into that.
Yeah, definitely, Billy. No doubt about it. I know you're coming up. I think we booked it 2 months from now, but you're going to be on. I just want to say something. Wombat, I see you out there, buddy. I want to tell you guys a little bit about Wombat. Wombat's a good guy, good fisherman. He won last year's tournament with Bill Wetzel, biggest fish caught. And Wombat says here, stop by Wombat's Breakfast Burrito Bash. On day one, next to sign in, I made 4 burritos last year. Might shoot for 5 this year. Let's go, buddy. Wombat, you're the man, kid. Let me tell you right now.
He had a good night, right? He had 2 big fish that night on a lure.
He had 2 and almost 3 on 350s in 1 week, which is quite remarkable, man. Sometimes the fish are around and you get that chance, but let me tell you something. To bring in 350s, you got to have a little luck on your side. And I'm not talking about just hooking them. It's a challenge to bring in these fish. They're big fish, and they're not easy to bring in these fish. Billy, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Listen, most people have never caught a really big fish because the majority of people that hooked the big fish weren't ready to catch them. And I'm not talking about people that didn't never caught one in their life. That's different. But I'm going to say a majority of the people that have hooked a 50-pound plus fish didn't land them because they're not ready for a big fish. Their equipment's not geared for it. Everyone makes those little tiny minor mistakes add up. There's a ton of guys that we've all known. handling fish is a whole different ballgame. I've watched them lose them right in the surf line. I've watched them break the line, straighten hooks, break the knots. Everything has to be perfect. You know, every big fish I've caught in my life, I instantly cut back the line and retied. Every single one. I never caught two big fish on the same knot in my life. And not that the knot won't hold or not that it should, because I fish heavy and it will, but I never take a chance. I want nothing in my mind worrying about I might lose this fish because my gear is not big enough. Like, I don't want to catch a 67-pound fish on a 150.
Right.
Simple as that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
Did you land them on that? You bet you can. If you're a good fisherman, you should definitely. But there's so much that can go wrong with light tackle like that. So the majority of these guys that are fishing small lures, small float, they're into catching fish, and that's fine. And they're not used to catching. You know how many guys I've talked to that caught a big fish and didn't know how to turn them or stop them because they never hooked one before. They had no idea what to do with them. And they got smoked or they broke the line. I did something stupid. You hear it all the time. So only a small percent of fishermen land really big fish consistently because of that. They're hard enough to catch. When you catch one, you don't want to lose them.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Billy. I know last year, you know, I'm telling you guys, I'm just not the best fisherman, but with practice, I get better and better every day, no matter how old I'm getting. But I will tell you this year that last year I had four big fish that I had on my line. I only got one of them in, and I feel I got the smallest one in, which was 37.5 pounds. The other one bent the hook because I was an idiot and not using a good hook. It was a two-timer.
But see, you just answered my question.
Yes.
In other words, everyone makes mistakes. I have a standard line I've been saying my whole life. I have no fish stories. I hook them, I land them, I don't want to hear the bullshit. So that's why I've reached the level I'm at, because I do not lose fish. Now, every once in a while, you know, if you hook a fish and you pull the hook right after you hook them, that can happen. But once I have them, I land them all. There is no such thing as I'm losing anything. It just doesn't happen. So you gear your whole life to that. Now, that's not for everyone, and it's effort and work. You know what I mean? So, like when we fish, if I ever bent the hook, I never use that hook again. I get a stronger one.
Yeah.
If you broke a knot, stop using that knot. You know, everything you do is geared. Like you just said, you learn every day.
Yeah.
When you learn every day with big fish, you fish heavier because you need to land these fish.
Yes.
You need to turn them. You need to stop them. I don't want in my mind that I have a hook that might bend or a knot that might pull. I don't want to think of none of that. I just want to land the fish. And as I said once before in your show, I think if we all fished barbless hooks, which I think we should, it'll help these fish a lot because most people don't release fish well. You do a lot of damage taking a barbed hook out. If you're a good fisherman, you won't lose a fish because of that. If you're not a good fisherman, you'll become a much better fisherman because you'll learn how to fight a fish with no barb, so you never drop tension on them. You know what I mean? So all of it's a learning experience, but it helps the fish out. And that's what we're looking for. No one kills fish today. Very few people kill fish today.
Excellent.
You know, if you want to eat one, go ahead. But these trophy fish, you know, we all got cameras. Take a picture, let them go. You know, those days of killing everything and taking a picture are over with for the most part. So they need, you know, you become a better fisherman fishing a barbless hook.
Billy, all I got to say is, you're the freaking best, Billy. There is nobody else like you. You're the man. That's why they call you the GOAT. Thank you so much, Billy. You came in and rescued me tonight. I know Bill Wetzel's waiting on the side right now. You are the man. I can't wait to get you on my show. There is nobody else better than Billy, guys. He is the GOAT. And if you don't believe me, just take a look at his head. He's got two little horns sticking out of them. He's ready to go. Just don't fucking milk him. You got it? Let's go, baby.
All right, man. Say hi to Bill for me.
I will, Bill. Thank you so much, man. You are the man. Thank you, buddy. God bless you.
All right, Evan. Have a good night.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you. All right.
Woo! I love Billy the Greek, man, guys. Super terrific guy.
So nice.
Came in and gave me a savings. When I yell like that, I had a brain tumor many years ago, and it hurts right now when I yell. Oh, does it hurt? Everything is vibrating in there. But anyway, Brooklyn Fishers, what's up, buddy? Right there. Thank you so much, man. You're the man. Dave M., thank you so much. Oh, guys, I love you for the donations. Thank you for that so much. You don't know how much this means to me. We are going to be doing great this year in Montauk because of you guys. I think I'm only going to end up putting in $11,000 this year. That's it. So happy. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's grab that, honey. You know who that is.
Yeah, just turn off the Bluetooth.
Yeah. Turn off?
Go ahead.
Okay, I turned it off. Okay, you want to answer that? All right, guys. So, yeah, man, I am super stoked. We're going to get Bill Wetzel on tonight. Hold on. We're getting him lined up right now.
Oh.
Hope you guys like my cowboy hat. I bought this one 2 weeks ago.
You wanna
Dom AZ, thank you so much, brother. You're a good man, Dom. Seriously, bro. Dom AZ, check him out on Instagram. He's a fun cat. He was down in the islands with his family, his mom over there. I saw you got that nice bike, Dom. Holy smoke. I hope Delco Joe's working on that bike. Just good stuff from you, man, all the time. Whether it's fishing, whether you're on your motorcycle, whether you're on your roller skates, or whether you're hanging out with mom on some island having some pina coladas. You're the man, Dom. I got to fish with you this year. Even though it took me 3.5 hours to meet up, we finally met up. Joe, I love you, buddy. Delco Joe I'm talking about. Big sponsor for my tournament last year. Built the rulers for me. Thank you so much, Joe. I really do appreciate you no matter what you think or anything like that. I love you, brother. You're a cool cat. Let's keep this good thing going that we have all between us. I'm talking about everybody here. I'm standing by here. What's going on now?
Oh, he's having trouble getting the computer on. He's having trouble
Why? I've gone before.
I know, that's what he said.
Oh.
Maybe he says his daughter might have touched the computer.
Okay. So we're standing by for Bill Wetzel.
He's live.
Yeah, we're waiting for him to get back on. He's having a little problem just getting on the computer. But while he's doing that, I'm going to keep you entertained over here. That's right, guys. Keep you entertained. Please join the Montauk Striper Challenge. Again, I got 24 bonus boxes left. Get in on the boxes. They're worth basically $300 each, $250 to $300. All the prizes you get, you guys are all going to get your money back eventually. Just super terrific stuff. Also, the Jersey Striper Challenge. I think I only have like 28 people registered for that one, but you do get a shot at a 200 van store or a 7-inch titanium plier. For the first 100 people that join. So when you meet us in Brick Beach parking lot, there'll be a box there. We have a timestamp sheet that shows what number that you've joined. You get to stick your hand in there, and hopefully you'll pull out that van store. Hold on, we might be getting Bill Wetzel on now.
Oh, you got it.
Finally, I'm just very sorry, guys, for the delay. Bill Wetzel's got a new computer. I mean, I saw it earlier. We did the practice, and man, does the man look great. Let me tell you something right now. He's awesome, this guy. Let's see what's going on. Anything going on, honey?
Yeah, so we're getting him on here.
Okay, cool. Bill Wetzel could be coming.
Regular phone, Bill.
All right, we might be getting him on.
Just allow camera access and allow
Yeah.
access. Okay, good.
There we go. Let's
so
see.
he's coming on.
All right, cool. So we're going to be getting Bill Wetzel on.
Hold on.
Woo! I'm so psyched, man. Well, don't worry, guys. For the guys who are here just for the prize, don't worry. We're going to get that prize off tonight. I don't have Bill Wetzel and Billy the Greek on in one night just like that. Jack Davis, Mr. P, you're the man. Can't wait for the Striper Challenge this year. Jack Davis, all I'm going to say is thank you to you. Thank you so much for the donations, guys. Bloodline Fishing Adventures, thank you so much, dude. You've been a main guy for me for many years. You started the rally for me to get my first X2. Do you guys know that gave away at that time 15 X2 series reels, and I never bought one for myself. You know, it is what it is. But I had my X series. I had 2 of them. Always one as a backup. Both with 250s, but I got my first 200 from the guys. Bloodline Fishing Adventures started that collection, and I got a beautiful card in the mail and the reel, and I was just so like, It was terrible. I was so happy. You guys are all fantastic people. Tyler Stager. Did I say that right, honey? Tyler Stager? Tyler Stager, I loved your video. Tyler Stager is a natural guy. And what do I mean by that? He's got a little farm. He raises his own food, produces his own food. He also has little chickies, and he got one with a broken foot. He put it on. You got to check him out. He's a great guy. Him and his wife, super terrific. A friend of Juan Gonzalez's that I got to meet through him. All right, so enough of that.
Guess who's on?
Guess who's on is right. Let's go. Let's bring him in, honey.
Yoo-hoo!
Bill Wetzel. There he is, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing, Bill? Oh, hold on.
What happened?
Oh, wait. Go ahead. Try it again, Bill. Yes.
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bill. We finally got you on. We made it through the night. I told the guys. Yeah. Let me tell you, Bill. Other than tonight, getting you finally on here, to see your face right now on here has just lifted me so much. My pineapple buddy right here is so happy right now, Bill. But most of all, I want to tell you the hardest thing that I've done so far. When Bill Wetzel tells you, Eric, have your questions ready. When he says Eric and he doesn't say Mr. P, he's serious. So I was like, questions? What questions? One thing you guys have to understand, I do have a live stream. I'm a big joker. I like to make jokes and keep it flowing and all that. But the main thing is, when you got people like Bill Wetzel or Billy the Greek on, you got to have your questions ready. And how do you do that? I go back. I go back to videos and I watch them. And you do your homework. And I got to put down all these questions. It's just what I did. I spent quite a few hours doing this. For you guys, I know it doesn't sound like much, but I'm even nervous asking these questions right now. So, Bill, I know guys have been waiting for you tonight. Before we even start these questions, how have you been doing, Bill?
Oh, dude, I've been up. I got an echo.
What?
No, you have no echo here.
Do you have the live stream playing besides the the computer?
Yeah, I hear echo.
Does anybody else hear an echo?
Does anybody hear an echo? Do you hear an echo? Echo.
All right.
I have a big echo.
Oh, man.
I can deal with it, though, I guess.
Let me see.
Hold on.
You know what? No, we can hang up.
Yeah, we're going to call you right back.
Bring you right back.
We're going to call you right back, buddy.
Yeah,
hold on. Testing.
Bring you back.
Wait. We're going to ring you back. Oh, yeah. I think he was saying it was okay, but
that's because I took it off for a second. Here, let me just restart it.
Yeah. Better to do it that way. Juan Gonzalez, make Bill Wetzel say aye. Hey.
Everybody likes
Juan, that's your second donation, man. Stop, brother.
Man.
He's so nice. Juan, he's got Juan. You have a family out there, brother. Juan's got a big family, takes care of a beautiful young wife. Come on, buddy. Thank you so much. I can't. I want you other guys to donate. Whether it's $1 or $2, please help me out. I don't keep any of this money. I have not been on vacation with my wife for 5 years since I started live streaming. Because of the live stream, I want to keep this going. She gives me the okay, and we don't go on vacation. Yes, we do little 2 and 3 day trips, fishing trips. But she comes with me, and we have a wonderful time together. And again, thank you so much, Juan, for that donation. Jack Davis, Tyler Stager, anybody else, Montauk Lures, Juan Gonzalez again for making that donation. Hold on, we're getting Bill back on right now.
Oh, man.
Wait,
I messed him up.
Why?
Well, because now he's not accepting.
Maybe he has to call us. Bill, if you can hear me, call me.
Okay.
There he goes.
Hold on.
Yes. Hold on, Bill. Hold on. We're coming.
Yeah, no, that's not. He wasn't using the right thing.
Okay. Oh, boy. We're going to get him on, guys. Don't worry. Luke Fishing. Let's go join the Jersey Striper Challenge. Absolutely, Luke. Speakers muted. Does that say there on the bottom, or is it good?
No. That's not.
We're good? Okay.
Come on, Bill.
Oh, this might be him. I see it changing color screens. Yes. All right. Now let's put him on.
Hold on. on.
Hold on, Bill. Hold on.
Just tell him, hold on.
Wait. Look at my fat fingers. Hold on.
This one here.
Yeah, that one. And now transition it.
There
Hey,
we
Bill,
go.
you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear. How's that echo doing?
I have no echo.
Perfect.
Oh, yay.
Yes,
Thank
baby.
God.
Now we're going to go on. Finally. It's only 11:30 at night, but we're ready for this interview right now. Bill.
We won't drop it again.
So, Bill, like I was saying before we started, how you doing, Bill?
I'm very tired. I mean, I just got back from Maryland. I drove all day, and then I was up pretty much all night, and then I had to go to a baseball party. So one thing led to another.
Sure.
I had a couple cocktails, and now I'm here.
I know, Bill, you were saying, tell the guys that don't know, you went to Maryland with your wife for what?
It was our anniversary.
Very nice. Congratulations on that. Happy anniversary,
Thank
Bill.
you, thank you.
Can I ask you how many years?
Oh my God, I should know that, right? Oh my God, 24, I believe.
Wow. All right. Good thing you didn't miss the 25th like that.
Whoa.
Remember that
No.
one next year. Yeah, for
No.
sure.
That's
We did a lot of
great.
hiking, arrowhead hunting. I
Yeah.
did fishing. God bless my wife because she lets me fish at night.
Yeah, that's
So
nice.
I went fishing
Yeah.
at like 2:00 in the morning.
Wow.
To like last night, I started at midnight and I got home. I don't know what time I got home, 3:34. But then
Yeah,
you don't sleep for an hour once you get home, and then we had to
Yeah.
get up. We came
Sure,
home.
sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's
It is
what I
what it
do.
is. And then you came home, and I know you were telling me the reason you were late tonight, and it's quite all right. Family always comes first to everybody out there. I know you went to your son's baseball dinner. Am I correct, Bill?
Baseball function for my son. He's going to Plattsburgh, playing baseball next year, and
Exciting.
I was done with the cocktails, and then one of the parents said, "Oh, you're gonna have another one. You're gonna have another one." So I had another one. So if I'm slurring my speech or anything, that's the reason.
That's okay, Bill. We understand totally. So like I said earlier, Bill, I did have, especially when I have guys like you on, Billy the Greek, I have to have my questions ready. There aren't just like basic questions. So I did prepare a little list to ask you. I know you have an answer to every question that I'm going to ask you. Go ahead.
I said maybe I have an answer. Who knows?
Maybe. Nah, you got the answers. No way. I was just telling the guys a little bit about you. But before we start on these questions, Bill, I want to talk about your thing going on right now, which is very exciting. A lot of people can't wait. Last year's winner, Wombat, was the winner of your Surf Rats Ball tournament, which comes up every year. You want to tell the guys a little bit about that, how they can join this, or how it works, please.
Sure. Well, it's Surf Rats Ball. It's a June striper tournament. It's open to the entire East Coast and West Coast of the United States of America.
That's right.
And it's been around for 20 years, and 100% of the proceeds go to Kids Need More, which is basically a camp for kids with some of them with terminal illness, some of them without. We've been doing it now for a long, long time. We probably raised over $100,000 for that.
Wow.
For them in total over the years. But it started, I wanted to show that a catch and release surf fisherman tournament could be done, because none at that point, to my knowledge, were being done. And I'm like, well, we probably could do it online with pictures and everything. So then I started it, and and there's been a lot of catch and release tournaments to follow, but I'm proud to say that is, to my knowledge, it is the first, and I think it's one of the most competitive surf casting tournaments in the entire East Coast. It brings out really hardcore fishermen, and that's pretty much it. And then following the tournament, it lasts for an entire month, the month of June. Following that, and by the way, it's free to everybody who is a member of the Surf Rats Ball. So if you're a member of the Surf Rats Ball, you just enter the tournament and you agree to the rules.
How do they become a member, Bill?
Raffle.
How do they become a member?
A raffle every year. It's
Yes.
a shindig. It's free food. We have ice cream from Snowflake Ice Cream out in Riverhead. All the food you can eat. Just bring your money.
That's it.
and buy raffle tickets because all that money goes to the kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and then the winners of the tournament, they get the prizes that day, and we raise a bunch of money.
Billy,
We're looking for 20,000 this year.
absolutely, buddy. I know you guys do a wonderful job. Bill, you know what I love most? You run this tournament, and it's donations for Kids Need More. That is a beautiful thing, Bill. As you know the way I feel about people, I mean, you do a wonderful, wonderful thing. You're a cool cat, bro. I mean, the Shindig guys is just alone worth being a member right there. I don't care if you win or not. You go into this thing, you're looking at some of the best Northeast fishermen. There are legends sitting under that shaded, tainted area where you have to be a legend to get a seat in there, first of all. But they have the best surf fishermen. I mean, it's amazing. When you're there, you feel like you're in dreamland. Last year, I know Billy the Greek showed up. That was fantastic. That was half the people. You know, I don't want to say anything bad or nasty.
Comes every single year.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead.
Willie Young used to come, got arrested. I mean, Rip Willie Young
and the guy
Orlando comes every year.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll be there this year.
Yep. You know, you got guys like even the young guys, Mike Montauk Fishing, Brandon. They're all there, man. Guys, please. One thing you didn't tell them, Bill. How do they join, man? How do they become a member?
You just go to surfratsball.com and click on the upper right-hand corner and click subscriptions. That's it.
And I'm going to tell you guys right now, for 35, I don't want to say the bad word, 35 bleeping dollars. Come on, man. You're not only getting that, you're also getting the blog. You get to go on there.
Getting my,
tell them, Bill. Tell them.
But my log, it goes back to 2002, so that's 20-something years of logs.
Unbelievable.
Plus, we got the Rip It Ups, Reading the Beach. There's videos and everything, and there's everyday conversation. I'm on there just about every day.
Yep.
There's just tons and tons of information without the bullshit, because if there's bullshit on there, I just kick you off. Or, there's no advertisers, anything like that. So,
yeah. I want to tell you guys something, that when Bill says there ain't no bullshit, he'll kick you off. It's a fact, because I got kicked off once and I had to beg him on my hands and knees to let me back in. Nah, I'm kidding, guys. But I'm being honest with you. The guy is no bullshit, all thrills, bro. Join this. Become a member, man. Be a part of the Surf Rats Ball. There is nothing better. Guys, trust me. Look, I run a tournament, but Bill runs a tournament with some of the best, if not all, the best Northeast fishermen. I mean, these are the best guys in the business, and they're in his blog, in as a member. They'll be at the actual tournament. Join. And when you go to this tournament and you're fishing a month, if you end up being in the #1 spot like Wombat was last year, you beat a lot of good guys, man. You beat guys that fish practically every day, know what they're doing. It's a privilege to be a part of that. And I'm a part of that. I got to take one picture with a 14-inch bass because I sent it in the first day. I thought I was going to be leading. But anyhow, thank you, Bill, for all you do for that.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. For the Surf Rats Ball. And again, I'm going to...
With that, too, I like to say something else. There's a lot of controversy over, whether you should weigh the fish or measure the fish. The reason, just to set the record straight, the reason that we've been weighing it all these years as opposed to measuring it, because you got a lot of guys. One of the reasons is you got a lot of guys, they're wading out on rocks, right? They're, 50, 75 yards, 100 yards out on a rock. No, there's no swimming, but you can still go out 100 yards on a rock without swimming. So you come back and you're dragging the fish all that way, and then you have to lay the fish on the beach, and the fish is flopping around on rocks. Find your there's no perfect solution, but then you got to find your measuring tape, measure the thing, take a picture. By the time the fish is dead.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we always said, because of that, we always went with the weight. But the weight is the honor system, and a lot of people have the problem with that. But I'm very
confident.
I think the members are, you're a member, and I think the members are pretty honest. And what I receive when we do a weigh-in, I usually receive more than one email. One picture. Usually I receive 5-6 quick pictures the guys take, And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that's a legitimate fish. But what they see on like Instagram is just one non-members would start complaining about it. Drives me freaking nuts, man.
Yeah.
Not non-members. Oh, Wetzel's tournament. Oh, it's a fucking weigh-in. Nobody know. It just drives me bananas. So if I might do measuring this year. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. So,
Guys, I'm going to also mention in that, please don't question this guy. He's probably the most honest guy that I know in the surf fishing
doing the
business.
best I can.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. Don't question him. Just, be a good, honest person. If you do just that, you covered all the
And
basics.
your tournament too, I mean, there's people that are going to try to cheat. You know, I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man. I caught the cheater last year.
I'm hoping I can catch that. And move on.
Yeah, I do it easy, Bill. I caught the cheater last year. I drowned him. They couldn't find the body, so they can't prove anything was done.
There you go, man.
Yeah, So that's it. So moving along, Bill, congratulations on your tournament. Basically running the best tournament in the United States of America. So if you're in St. Louis and you're fishing down the...
Say it, Mr. P. Say it.
Yeah, that's right. Fishing down the shorelines over there, and you happen to have striped bass down there, which you don't. But anyhow, it's just a great tournament to be a part of. I'm proud. When I show up at the shindig, guys, come. I promise you one thing. You will never, ever taste ice cream like you taste ice cream at Bill Wetzel's tournament. Tell us a little bit about that ice cream, Bill.
Snowflake Ice Cream in Riverhead, homemade ice cream. Stu from Snowflake Ice Cream brings in the ice cream every year, and there is leftover ice cream.
There is. I had 2 last year. Don't tell my wife.
God. I have like 4. I always tell Stu, bring the maple walnut.
There you go.
I'll mix the chocolate with the maple walnut.
There you go.
Sounds good.
Bill, thank you so much for that. Thank you for the Surf Rats Ball tournament. Guys, if you're waiting, you're going to still wait. You have Bill Wetzel on. You can wait. You can get your name called. And if you're not here, you're not going to win. So you got to be on. So that's the 200 VS Van Stall Reel. And, Bill, I want to mention before we leave,
which one is that? The VS?
Yeah, this is the VS. That's the VS model, Bill. That's the 200 right there. I know you're a 250 guy, and I followed you. Ever since the first time I went out with you.
I love the FX2 now.
Oh, really?
FX2. It's fast. It's
Tell me a little bit about the FX2 now that you brought it up.
The FX2, I'm pretty sure it's 48 inches per turn.
Wow.
On the 250. Now, Craig from Von Style, he would correct me on that, but I think it's 48 inches per turn on the 250. It's a dynamite reel. I love it. I was one of the testers for that. And, a lot of guys are saying, oh, I got this problem. But Von Style will take care of the problem. If there's a problem with the reel, they've always taken care of it. Mm-hmm. It's a dynamite. Yes. I like them better than the VSs, Wow,
what a compliment. After using that all your life,
the FX2 is phenomenal.
Wow.
I just love it.
Well, I just want to tell you, Bill, that I saved it for this moment, and I'm going to tell you right now. Bill, I want to say thank you for what you do with the Surf Rats Bull. Thank you what you've done for me over the years. And I'm just letting you know right now that I will be donating a 200 SX reel to your tournament. Thank you very much, Bill. I'm glad what you do for the kids need more, man.
That's awesome. Thank you.
And I'll be donating that for you. I'll have it the day of. I'll bring it over live to you. I hope I get a good big kiss and a hug from you, and I'll be happy as hell.
Kiss? I don't know. I don't know about the kiss.
But, I'll be donating that. So, guys, look what you're getting. I mean, he didn't even mention the prizes. But, Bill, don't you have a page you made with all the prizes being donated?
Well, we don't know. I don't know all the prizes yet, but I can tell you that first place is going to be $1,000. It's going to be a Von Style X2 150. It's gonna be a ODM. Is it 9 foot? I think it's a 9 foot something. I can't remember. This is off the top of my head. And then you get the trophy, the badass trophy.
Yeah, the badass trophy. That's right.
And, the main thing that you get out of all that, I could take away all that. The main thing that you'll get is bragging rights.
That's right, bro. No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
These guys stay up. I don't think there's guys some guys, I swear, they don't sleep the month of June.
Yeah.
It's like I almost broke up with my wife.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Well, that's
God.
what it is, man. That's what bragging rights come with. Hard work, the grind, baby. No doubt about it. Bill, thank you so much. And once again, guys, I will be donating one of these reels to Bill's function. Please make sure you join. There's a lot of great prizes, including the reel that I just donated. Tons. There's a full table, and I'm not talking about an 8-foot table. We're talking about a 25, 30-foot stretch of a table, and you get to walk around, which takes you about a half hour just to see all the prizes. And I guarantee you're not going to remember all the prizes. It's just great. You get signed lures, correct, Bill? Stating, and here it is. Yeah. Here it is, right here. I have one right here. Oh. SRB 2024 Super Strike, and he's got it tagged right up here. Surf Rat's Ball, Zigzag Darter, Pink Purple Magic, 2 to 3 ounce, 2 to 3 6-ounce lure right there. This is the clear one. You don't find these anymore. And it's signed here. If I put on the overhead, I want to show them really quick, Bill. Put on the overhead.
That one? Don signed that one?
I think he signed that one right here. Let's see if we can get it up. Honey, can you get that?
There's one special one I have everybody sign. You know, all the guys that are there, Don, me.
There it is. See that guy's right there?
You know, all those guys.
SRB right there, guys. Look at that. SRB 2024.
Nice.
I won this there. I promised Dave Matthews I would give this to him. He's a big collector. I love David Matthews. He's a good guy. Yeah, and he's going to be getting this lure. That's his lure right now. And just a great tournament to be a part of. All right, let's move on right now to more embedded things. Bill, I'm about to ask you some questions. Are you ready, my friend?
Hit it, man. Hit it.
Let's go. So, basically, Bill, I'm going to start off easy. What is your position on the state of the fishery? Are we in for another drought like the 80s and 90s?
Well, excuse my language, but I think the state of the fishery is fucked.
Wow.
You know, people will say, oh my God, I've had the best year ever. This is what I hear constantly. I have the best year ever. But, you know, certain areas will have the best year ever, and certain areas will be a drought. When the fishery's good, the fish are spread out. They're expanding their range. They're spread out throughout basically the east, right? But as of now, even take Long Island as an example. You know, last year, the western South Shore had a fantastic year, but eastern South Shore was not good. It had periods of greatness, but you know, wasn't what it once was. I mean, in Montauk, June was really bad. You know, I've never seen it that bad. Well, I've seen it that bad, but it seems to be declining every year. I would say since about 2010-ish. You know, I would have to go back to my logs, but I've seen a steady decline. And, you know, I don't know. There's a lot. You have to realize of all the pressure that's on the fish. You have to realize the pollution in the Chesapeake, meaning, you know, all the people with the fertilizers and everything, the depletion of bunker in the Chesapeake. You got the seals. You got microbacteriosis, which is the disease that kills 100% of striped bass. You got seals. You got commercial. You got wrecks. All this pressure, and the commercial and the wrecks. You know, the party boats. Their goal is to kill fish. That's their goal. We're going to take home fish. Fill the boat. That's their goal, which is, you know, I mean, it's legal, so they do it. And not to mention, Eric, fucking poachers, man.
Yeah.
Poachers. I mean, there's so many I could take you out on any given night, and I could just poachers everywhere. The problem is there's no enforcement. Everybody knows it.
Yes.
You know, there's enforcement, but there's not enough of it.
Enough.
I mean, one DEC officer on Long Island can't cover, you know, 100 square fucking miles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I will tell you one thing, Bill. I have to interrupt you, and I mentioned it earlier when you weren't on. This is unbelievable, Bill, but where I fish here in Piermont, you know, 70% of the people are from South America fishing there. And the thing, you know, I don't mind them fishing there. They got their licenses. They got their, marine licenses. They're ready to go. They have their permits on their cars. From the town, they get those to be legally parked there to go fishing. But I will tell you this, Bill. Bill, I went yesterday. There was nobody there, Bill. None. They were all gone. And one thing that's helping is not only the DEC, which is enforcing even more this year. I've never seen them as many times as I've seen them this year, and I've only been there a handful of times fishing this year. And they're there. They're there almost every day. They hunt. They're like hunters. They're off on the back with with their what do you call them? Binoculars, and then they come ripping down the pier and they stop by the people who they see taking fish. Especially it's not April 1st. You know, the truth is, I'm not targeting striped bass. I'm targeting catfish, right, Bill? You know, I have to play by the rules. So if a striped bass happens to hit my line, know that it's going to get released. It's going to get released quickly. I'm not measuring fish. I'm not out there to do that right now. It's not even April 1st. But I will tell you that the piers are empty, Bill. I'm shocked-ified. There is no South American people fishing down there. And again, does anybody make any comments about me being prejudiced or racist or anything like that? Because I love those people. Those people are there to feed their families. April 1st, 23 to 28 inches only. You understand? If I see them doing anything illegally, I'll walk up to them. A lot of times my wife is with me and I'm like, take over, and she starts her explains to them, and I make them put back the fish. I watch people. I try to save our industry as much as possible. But I feel, Bill, going back.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't do that again, please. Bill's on. So basically, I did notice that ice is making a difference this year, Bill. They're making a difference. If it's in my area, it's got to be in other areas too. But I've been shocked-ified. Okay, so we talked about the memorandum this year.
Moratorium.
Moratorium, sorry.
Yeah, no moratorium.
But
There's
I
no
wanted.
moratorium right now.
What?
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe in the future, but we'll see. The
Yeah.
last moratorium was in, I think on Long Island was
Yeah,
84.
and that's my next
I
question.
fished through that.
Yeah. Do you feel like we need another moratorium to fix it? Now remember, you were telling me about Maryland.
You know, my feeling is yes, but I think it should be a catch and release moratorium. You know, where you're able to target striped bass as long as you release them. But the problem is that's never happened. I don't think the commercials would allow that, because the commercials are like, you know, if we're not allowed to target them, why should the Rex be able to target them? So I don't think that's ever going to happen. But we'll see. You know, I mean, right now it's status quo. That's the law, status quo. So we'll see you next year.
Beautiful.
We'll see what happens next year. But
Beautiful.
right now, currently, we're status quo.
Sure.
I mean, what am I going to do?
Yeah, exactly. Bill, I want to ask a question.
I'll tell you this, Eric.
Yes.
The moratorium worked last time, right?
Yes.
The moratorium absolutely worked last time. We saw the fish come back like they've never come back before.
Wow.
1991 for me was one of my best years I ever had. And the
Wow.
moratorium was in 84.
Wow.
And I saw a steady increase every fucking year from like maybe, I would say like 86 up. And then 91 was just fun. I mean, oh my
Phenomenal.
God.
Wow.
And all through the 90s were phenomenal.
Yeah, yeah. Bill, I have to ask you, now this is my own question, coming up with my own ideas. We've had, and I was talking with Billy the Greek a little earlier, we had him on the phone. I asked him, do you think, Bill, that this has anything to do with weather? Because we did have, like Billy mentioned, 6 straight mild winters. Now this year, it's been freaking cold. It was 29 degrees last night. We dropped the rivers again.
Absolutely fucking not. No
why,
way.
Bill? Tell me why, because I believe in that.
People, back when the moratorium, same fucking thing. I'm sorry for my language.
It's okay.
But the same. I've been drinking, so
that's okay, Bill.
I've been at a baseball function.
I know you're serious right now when you're cursing. So.
But let me tell you, man, the same shit happened back then. Oh, it's warm winters. Oh, the winters are too cold. Oh, it's too much rain. Oh, it's too little rain.
Wow.
It's this and that. It has nothing to do with anything. It's the fucking fish.
Yeah, yeah.
Many fish are being taken. That's what it is. It's being taken of all the pressures that are on them. It's not the weather. It's not. It's ridiculous. I don't even want to talk to anybody who thinks it's the fucking weather, because it's not.
Okay.
I know it's not.
Okay, so
I don't need to be a scientist to know it's not the fucking weather.
Yeah.
Listen, Bill, I trust you. You've been fishing many years. you can see with your own eyes and your own fishing that you're doing.
And not only that, Eric, I've been taking water temperatures since 1982, and you know what?
Yeah.
The water temperatures are relatively the same.
Wow.
You know, some winters are cold, some winters are not. You know, this winter was a colder winter, so we'll see.
Yeah, it was.
Same with the sand eels. Everybody thought when we didn't have the sand eels, because it's the cold winters, we need a really cold winter. But you know what? We had some of the hottest fucking winters back in the 90s, and that's when we had the most sand eels, right? And then I did on the Surf Rats Ball, actually, I did a bunch of research on cold winters. I did, water temperatures on winter and related to sand eels. And what I found through my research, cold winters had nothing to do with it. And everybody says you needed the cold winters for the sand eels, which turned out to be kind of nonsense. So I don't. People will challenge me on this, but I don't care. Listen,
everybody has their own beliefs.
This is what not only what I feel, what I see. It's what I see physically from being out there fishing. Of
course, and like I was going to say, everybody has their own opinions, but make sure when you're going to be really opinionated against Bill Wetzel, you pretty much have fished the same time as he did, and not just the same time, the same amount of time that he's put into this industry to know what you're talking about. So make sure that you have all your facts straight, because you pretty much set me straight right now. I'm going to ask you another one. Atlantic Saltwater Marine Fishery Council. Did the ASMFC do too little too late?
I mean, it's status quo again this year, so I guess so. I mean, it's status quo.
And that's
what it is. It's I mean, I'm sure you received the emails. It's status quo.
Yes.
So
yes.
No, nothing new. Did they do too little too? There's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of politics involved. There's a lot of politics from
absolutely, Bill. I think they have the recreational side. I think they have the wrong people on top, Billy. I think that's what I feel. The guys that don't know anything about fishing.
It's tough, Eric. I mean, it's just. Okay. I don't know, man. I try to be involved as I can. I really, to be honest, I should be more involved. Like, I want to say politically, but I mean, I send my letters. I try to encourage people to send letters. I go to some meetings, but I don't go to them all. I know people who are just constant advocates, and thank you for all that. I mean, Craig Cantamo from Von Style is big, he's big into it. And he's, I refer to him a lot on the subject because he goes to every friggin' meeting, so.
Good guy. Craig is
doing it. I do go to some meetings. I do speak out, and I try to get others to speak out. But, to be honest, I wish I could be more involved. I just, it's hard to get all the time.
And my next question, you answered everything when I asked you everything earlier. What do we need to do? The memorandum.
Moratorium.
Moratorium to fix it. And it says, and my next question is, what is the main cause of the decline in population? Some say it's water temps. Some say it's pollution and sheepshead. Some say it's overfishing and gill netters. Some say it's recreational fishing. You answered all of that, so we're going to bypass that question, and we're going to head straight into Montauk right now. Your office, as you would call it, and very believable, so 100%. So I want to start off by saying in Montauk, for the Montauk guys who want to go out fishing, number one, if you're going out there for your first time, good luck. Number two, make sure you get a good guide, and obviously you see him right here, Bill Wetzel, New York State certified licensed
guide.
There you go. Licensed guide. Make sure you get him, because like I tell you guys all the time, he's not going to bring you to a spot and say, this is the honey hole, go ahead and fish, and he's going to go back and smoke a cigarette. He doesn't smoke cigarettes. But he's not going to do that. He's going to teach you how to be a better surf fisherman. Number one in Montauk, teach you how to be a surf caster. Overall, a better surf caster. So when you do go out there that second time, you're really ready. Now you have an understanding of Montauk, but that's all you're going to have is an understanding. You want to learn more and get into depth. You're not going to learn off a professional just by going out once. I'm not pushing you guys to go out with him twice, but, you know, bring your YouTube cameras, bring whatever you want.
Well, most
Make
of my
sure.
customers, Eric, they are regular. I mean, I would say, I'd say 75% at least are regulars.
And I'm
I've
right
been
there.
fishing, I mean, I get guys that call me and, you know, Bill, you know, they call me in December. I
Yes.
want 10 trips.
Yeah, there you go.
And I've been fishing with them for 15 years.
That's
I
right.
want 10 trips, and they, you know, they'll do all the moon dates. You know,
Sure,
and
sure.
you know, a lot of regular customers, and I get the new ones too.
Yeah.
But you know, the regular customers, you know, you got to get in on those moon dates if you want.
Guys, if you want, I'm going to give you a little bit of a little bit of knowledge here. Please don't call Bill in May and say, "Hey, Bill, I want this moon and this moon." It's going to be say sold out, because they might even be sold out.
But you never know, because people cancel.
Yeah, they cancel, but most chances are the good dates are going to be taken up. Make sure you call him up the year before so he can open up his calendar. And again, hopefully those dates will be available, because a lot of these guys he's talking about are his regulars. They do book 5 to 10 trips a year. I'm not joking around. Who's the guy that won the Van Stall here that goes out regularly with him? Doug Barr. You know Doug Barr.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's always out with you. He does at
Great
least
guy.
a trip or two. Yeah, it's wonderful. Wonderful guy.
And they become, you know, my customers become like my friends.
Yes.
You know, it's great, you know.
Yeah, one thing I got to ask, Juan Gonzalez before made a donation of $20, Bill. And he says, I want to hear Bill say, "Hey."
Hey!
There you go. Love that, Bill. You are known for that. That is your calling.
The only reason you know why I say that?
Yeah.
Because, like, when I'm out on the fucking rocks, and I just say it to my guy that the wake, like, what am I gonna say? Hey, Johnny. I'm like, hey, you know.
That's right.
You know, and they look at me, and I'm like, yeah, you know, you got to put your rod between your legs, or whatever I got to say to him.
Yeah.
You got to get his attention.
To get their attention.
You taught me how to put that
Exactly.
rod between my legs, bro. Period.
Exactly.
Because I remember fishing with him that first
Lock
time.
that rod there.
Yeah, and I used to hear this all the time. I was like, Eric, put the rod between your legs. Put the rod between your legs. By the end of the night, I was in the car going, put the rod between your legs. And Bill's going, what are you mumbling? And I'm like, oh, no, it's something else.
You know why? You put the rod between your legs. You lock it in.
You lock it in.
Because you want the butt to be quiet so you can feel the tip.
Absolutely.
Loosey-goosey between your legs, you can't feel the tip.
Yep. Juan Gonzalez is asking, ask Bill, what's a herb?
Oh, a herb?
Yeah. Herb.
A herb is like, you never heard of a herb? I guess it's more like a 90s term. Herb is like, you know, like I'm here with my Von style, but I don't know how to use it.
That was me the first time going out with him.
Upside down Von style reeler. You know, herb. Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I like that. This is that's before. That's before.
I don't know how to do it.
And then after that first trip, you move up a level and you move to the Guggen level. Correct, Bill? You guys, you old timers. I don't want to call you an old timer, but you guys invented that term, Guggen. I know a company took it over, and actually, there's Guggen lures right now. But yeah, you guys invented that term, man.
I don't know who came up with that.
I think it was who's that Skisha guy? That crazy guy.
All of a sudden, I started hearing goog. I'm like, what the fuck is a goog? I'm just saying, I just say herbs.
Yeah. That's pretty cool stuff. All right, so let me move on with the questions here. So it says, when...
Hey, Eric, we all had to start somewhere, man.
That's right, Billy.
Right?
That's right. And I am a proud Guggen. I am a proud Guggen, guys. I know my shit. I grind very hard. And I use all that technology just like the $6 million man did. I use it all that Bill Wetzel taught me. Trust me. And it works. It works. I catch stripers now because of him. Bill, when should you start fishing Montauk? What week? I like to believe in your magic moon.
It's year to year.
Okay.
You know, last year we had the best April I can ever remember.
Really?
You know, but the fish were very concentrated. But, you know, I remember, I think it was the last moon of April. It was phenomenal. It's like, I think a week or two before the moon, it really started. A lot of quality fish, too. And then I remember telling a younger guy, I'm like, dude, after this right at the moon. After the moon, these fish are leaving because that's what they do. So he's, this kid's going, no way, they're not leaving. Look, there's fish everywhere. I'm like, dude, okay, all right. So the moon came and the fish completely vanished. I mean, it was like it wasn't a fish in the fucking house. That was last April. But usually the consistent fishing starts sometime in May. It could be the first moon. It could be the second moon. Usually like the first moon of May. It starts to get more consistent. May can be one of the best months.
Wow.
Entire year. The best day I've ever had in a day, no less, was May 17th. So.
Wow. I've been there in Montauk quite a few times fishing in May. Fished very hard in the last few years. I didn't have the greatest of catches. I did catch a few schoolies here and there, but I believe you, Bill, that it depending on year to year what that can be.
It depends on how cold the winter is, what kind of water we're having, is it big water, is it a lot of wind, all that stuff.
So Bill, I want to move on to the next question. It says, when the main body of fish all move into Montauk in June or July, what are they feeding on?
Well, you got to realize there is no like main body of fish.
Right.
It's schools of fish.
Mm-hmm.
One school come in, one school they start taking up residence. Where you get a consistent body of fish. Probably, it used to be early June. Now it's probably mid to late June. They're feeding on a couple things. If you're looking for the June fish and you're looking for the first, like after the first moon of June, that's the sand eel migration. So, you're targeting fish that are on sand eels, right? But then the second moon of June, first moon of July, you're looking at the bunker. These days, back 15 years ago, you weren't looking at the bunker because we didn't have those bunker populations. But now we have big bunker populations, and you're looking at that around basically the last moon of June, first moon of July, second moon of July, and then you have August, of course. But, you got to realize there's almost two different seasons in 1 month. Like the beginning of May, at the end of May is like two different seasons. The beginning of June, the end of June, two different seasons. July, same thing. It's like the moons dictate a lot of stuff. They dictate bait migrations, how the striper move on those migrations, stuff like that. So weather patterns as well. So
I know
that.
Yeah, I know, Bill, that you do a lot of your trophy. You have special trophy hunting trips, correct, Bill? And you do them like in the July month. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do. The trophy trips are basically July and August.
There you go.
The summer months, because those are the months the resident fish are there. A resident fish meaning they're there, for the duration of late June, July, August, and they'll come into the surf and feed at night on whatever bait's there. It could be the bunker, it could be the snappers, One year, actually, it was even the spearing. I couldn't fucking believe it. I've never had big fish on spearing ever. 2 years ago, we had fish to 40 pounds on spearing, dude.
Wow.
I had a 40-something pounder on a SP minnow. I mean, I was like,
that's pretty cool, man.
All they would hit was like spearing, like needlefish, anything skinny, because they were on spearing. I never had that. Usually they're always on the bigger bait, but that year they were on those small bait, and they were in really shallow water too. Those was fucking cool.
Awesome. Bill, I got the question right now for you. Bill, I got the question.
Uh-oh.
Where are the bunker, Bill? Tell me where the bunker are.
I don't know. I don't know much about the bunker. Bunker they're their own entity, man.
That's right.
They're their own entity. The bunker come in, the bunker come out. I just, something I have never really
gotcha.
Figured out. And maybe some guys know more than me, but,
ask me where the bunker are, and I got an answer for you every time. That's Jack's Bait and Tackle in Bronx, New York City Island. That's where I get mine from, Bill. Jack's Bait and Tackle. Wonderful family-run
you
business.
Fish with bunker, Eric?
Yes, I do, Bill. Coming right
man.
now. Right
Come
now.
on,
I know. In the Hudson, though, we got to use, certain areas in the Hudson, you got to use bait. And the thing that I love, I like fishing for the bigger fish. I've learned that in the last few years, where to go, where to find these things. It's pretty simple, guys. Go out with Bill Wetzel, and you're going to learn to know how your own mind is going to work and figure the things out.
Ever fish with pen squidder, Eric?
What's that? Say that again?
Ever fish a pen squidder with bait, bunker?
No, I haven't.
Educated thump.
Okay, yeah. Let me tell you.
Talking about the pen squidders the other day. I got 2 of them.
Yeah.
I haven't used them in years, man. Oh my god. I don't even know if I could anymore. Anyway, I'm just
I got you.
Here.
It's a beautiful thing.
I've been drinking.
Join me, Bill. I join you, buddy. Cheers, buddy.
I haven't drank now in an hour. My buddy who's on the baseball team, he's like, have another one. We were drinking old fashions. I never drank old fashioned in my life, but they were
baby.
good.
You're a party guy, Bill. That's why you should use Bill Wetzel as your guide. No, you're not going to go on a drinking fest with him. You're going to go fishing, and it's going to be a good time. He's got the same attitude as you see here on the live. You're going to have a good time, and you're going to become a better surf fisherman. Let's not get back into that again. We already know that. Bill, now I know you mentioned to me earlier, it's different every year, but I came up with this question. What water temperature do you like to start fishing in Montauk? Do you follow that a little? Can you tell me?
Well, I've caught fish in the 40s, obviously.
Right.
But the trigger for me is, and I take water. I think I told you this. I've been taking water temperatures since, I always
1982.
the pool thermometer.
Yeah.
But 51 degrees is the key.
Wow.
51 degrees.
He's giving you some info here,
where
guys.
The shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And if it's not really 50, it's not 49, it's not 53, it's 51. And if you hit that water temperature and you can have a few days of continued cold weather where it stays that temperature, and what you'll see is the gannets. The gannets start working out there, and the gannets are usually on the herring, but these days it could be bunker as well. And you get with that you get migration of sand eels, but they're not the sand eels coming out of the bays. They're the sand eels that are coming offshore, and those sand eels are maybe 6 or 7 inches. They're bigger than the ones coming out of June. They're different. So now you got the shad, you got the sand eels, and the fishing. If that happens, if the right conditions happens at that water temperature, it can be just a lot of big fish, man.
There you go,
even
man.
to this day, you can really hit it well. And that's usually in May.
Let's go on to the next question in Montauk. What is your favorite win to fish in Montauk, and is it different for big fish? These were tough questions, Bill. That one took me an hour to come up with.
Here's the deal with win. And not only I don't just fish Montauk. I fish all over Long Island.
Sure.
So, but the win, it's only a good win related to your spot.
Yes.
And that spot could be literally 8 feet wide. This spot that's 8 feet wide could be, northwest with the last of the outgoing tide, and that spot down the beach might be southwest with the first of the incoming. However, with that said, my favorite wind to fish, which I like most, is a nor'easter, especially in like late spring, like late May, all through the fall. If it's blowing like hard northeast, I'm not talking about like 25 knots because that's shit. I'm talking like 35, 45, even 55 knots, and it's this type of wind where you get the big water. It's 10 to 12 foot, maybe even bigger than that.
Wow.
And you can feel the fucking rain. The rain's coming in, and it feels like needles hitting your skin, man. And it's just, and your ears are ringing for days on end, because of the wind, because everything's so loud. I just love fishing like that, and that's my favorite time to fish. I mean, sometimes you almost always catch something. Sometimes it's just a lot of big fish, and sometimes it's just a lot of little fish, but it's like there's always something, because in Montauk there's a lot of places to fish northeast. But
Yeah.
you got to know what the fuck you're doing, because
Yes.
you can definitely get killed out there during that kind of weather. You got to know what tides to fish and where to go. You know, you can't go to your normal spots and expect to walk out to Caswell's at high
Oh my
tide
God.
during Easter. I mean, you're going to get killed.
No,
I
you're
don't
gonna
care
get
if you're in a
killed, yeah.
wetsuit or what you're in.
Please, guys, this is why I specify you go to Montauk for your first time
Yeah.
and you start drifting along and walking on these rocks and walking for a mile or two. Please don't do anything that you don't know. And how do you do that? Get Bill Wetzel, get him as a guide, let him show you Montauk. At least be open to that idea of going out with him and learning Montauk a little bit, so you know what the hell is going on a little. When I first went, I didn't get Bill.
Or just read my log.
All right. You can read your log, but you got to become a member too. Guys, remember, become a member on Surf Rats Ball. Guys, I got 3 more questions, and then we're going to rip this giveaway tonight. Bill, if there's a good day bite, can you still catch fish at night or vice versa?
If there's a good day bite, can you still? I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of guys will say, "Oh, the night bite's gonna suck. The day bite was so good." I've seen that happen. You know, it's just there's no answer to that question, because you know some days the day bites. Usually, when that happens, the day bite's a bunch of friggin' schoolies. You know, I mean, back in the day, we used to, you know, the night guys, which was me. Before I even started guiding, I was like, you know, we used to, you know, just bust each other's chops. Oh, fuck you. You're a blitz fisherman, you know, and the blitz fisherman would be like, oh, at least I'm catching fish. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'd fish all night and they would just like blitz fish, but that was their game. But now these days I'm praying for a blitz.
There you go.
So, you know, but you know,
we're going to get him this year. We're going to get him.
Some nights the night guys will, in general, you'll catch the bigger fish at night. In general.
Absolutely. Fish are striped bass. I'm going to say here, and I don't want to say anything wrong. I don't want to get corrected. But I feel that striped bass are a shy fish, and you got a better shot at night. Even though in Jersey they get those daytime bites. It's ridiculous. I don't know how that works or why it works. I'm not going to waste
in the fall.
Go ahead, Billy. Go ahead. What?
It's in the fall, man. That's why.
It's in the fall, yeah.
The fall. Fish are really aggressive in the fall.
There you go.
You know, that's not happening in the summer months. In the summer months, you got to fish at night. I mean, you got to. If you want bigger fish, you got to fish at night.
So I got a good one for you.
June, July, August, September as well.
Sorry, Bill. Yeah, sorry for that interruption.
Sorry.
What's your favorite lure when fishing a moderate to hard wind in your face?
I don't know. I mean,
in your face,
all
Bill.
Depends on the conditions, you know. I mean, if there's a current, is there not current, you know. A moderate to hard, you know, you're probably gonna throw a bucktail most of the time.
There you go.
Like, you know, and what's a moderate to hard? A moderate to hard current to the guy asking the question might be, you know, that might be 10 to 15 knots.
Right.
But to me, a moderate to hard is, you know, 25 to 30 knots.
Wow.
You know, what is it? So if it's a 25 to 30 knot wind, a lot of times, you know, you got to fish what you can. You know, it depends on what bait's around. You might fish a loaded needlefish in that situation.
Sure.
Or you might fish a bottle plug because you can cut through the wind. You know, a darter might not be able to hold in that type of water. So, you know, it depends. You got to adjust to the conditions, and you got to fish what's going to present the best in those conditions as related to the bait that's in the water. That's what you got to do.
Nice, Bill. Thank you so much for that one. All right, got one final question for you, Bill. I think I asked quite a few. I think I asked good questions tonight with you. When I see you answering like that, I think I did a good job. But just a final question here. Does one tide produce more consistent bites than others?
One tide, you said?
Yeah, one tide. Does one tide produce?
Again,
yes.
you know, what I try to stress this. Not to plug it again, but I try to stress this in the Surf Rats Ball. There's a whole section. It's called Rip It Up. And that section of the Surf Rats Ball is related to this question. It's videos, it's pictures to discuss tides, winds, bait migrations, all that shit. But the tide and the wind and everything else is only related to the spot that you're fishing. There is no best tide. There is no best wind. And your spot that you're fishing could be, you know, 3 to 5 feet wide. you know, and it's a different from the spot right down the beach. You know, there's spots there's spots out in Montauk. Like I'll give you just one area as an example. I'm not going to mention the area, but it's on the south side.
Yes.
And
you brought me there, and it's got that
fished,
little thin area there. It's like 5 feet wide.
It's like, well, it's, you know, the area is probably, I want to say it's a big reef. It's a big point, and the point's probably, I want to say 250 yards across, right?
Okay.
In those 250 yards, I fish, I'll tell you at different tides. Different spots, different tides. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different tides at that spot with different winds, you know. I mean, I'll fish anywhere. I mean, you can just fish anywhere, but the thing, what you want to do is put yourself, in my case, put myself and my charters in the best position possible. So if I'm hitting that and I got like a first of the incoming wind, first of the incoming tide with like 3 to 4 foot sets, and it's like 2 or 3 hours in, I might hit one spot. And if that spot doesn't produce, I may not have another spot in that area, or I might have 2 other spots for that tide and hit those. And if that doesn't work, I move on. You know what I mean? Every spot's different. There is no best wind. There is no best tide. It's related to the spot specifically that you're fishing.
Bill, I want to say to you right now, I have no more questions, and I'm not about to think of any more because I'm sick of watching the videos and trying to figure out these questions, making sure they were good ones for you. I started out with 40, and I narrowed it down to these questions. I want to say thank you to you so much. I want you to know, you know, I like Christmas and everything. It's a great time for me. I love giving away. Since a kid, I've been like that, but I want to tell you this, Bill, that this is my favorite time of year. I usually have you on once a year. This is the time of year when you're a little free and you get a little time. And I have to say, this has been the best interview I've ever had with you. You've answered so many questions for the knowledge, for these cats out here listening.
Must be the alcohol, Eric.
What's that? Yeah, right on, Bill. Cheers to that, buddy. I'm with you all the way. Thank you.
I'm on my water now.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bill. Once again, we're ready to do that giveaway, guys. Bill, if you want to stand by just a little bit. These are all most of your people on here. They come to see you, and I always try to give people the best. Guys, we're going to give away that Van Store right now, the X2 series, and also, well, I almost dropped that new reel. And also these leak dry socks. Guys, these are great also to wear inside your waders. They are waterproof. They're going to keep your feet dry, and they're breathable. I remember when I first saw the advertisement, I made fun of them. I go, are you going to take these off and your feet are going to smell like a sewer that's haven't been cleaned for 10 years?
Oh, dear.
And the guy wrote me back, and he's like, listen, these are waterproof and they're breathable. So I was like, okay. So he said, I'll send you a pair. So he sent me a pair. I made that little advertisement for him, and they do work. I had my feet completely submerged with regular construction boots on, my loggers, and I got no water inside. I took them off. You guys saw the video. They were really excellent socks. These are really good. I know Anthony Guargiulo, he tells me that he wears these underneath his waders. These are a nice pair of socks to have with you, and the best part is that they're breathable. And if you have breathable waders, it's all going to work in conjunction just fine. It's good stuff. Thank you for that, Leak Dry. I appreciate it. You're also going to be receiving a pair of these socks. If you have tiny feet like me, you're going to fit in these just fine. Anyhow, are you ready, honey, to do that giveaway?
Okay, here we go. Bill, you going to hang out with us a little bit?
Yeah, Bill's going to be here just a couple of minutes. Yep.
Here we go.
Let's go, honey. Spin that wheel.
Waiting for.
Good luck, everybody who's
so
in here. Yes, it is nerve-wracking.
I wish everyone could be a winner.
Yeah. One day when I win the lotto, you all will be winners. I promise.
Okay, drum roll.
Drum roll. Brrr, bing.
Oh, my God. And the winner is... says...
Oh, shoot. Fishing with Gus. Gus, are you out there,
Fishing
Gus?
with Gus.
All right, so you got to be out here to win. We're going to give you that 10-second countdown.
Fishing with Gus.
Let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Congrats, Gus. Where are you, Gus?
Gonna say, this is the countdown. 5, 4. Come on, Gus. You only got 4 seconds left. 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Gus, where are you, Gus? You got your name called. You're gonna miss out on an over $1,000 package. 3.
Oh, man.
I think I mentioned 3 twice. 2. My God, I can't help it anymore. 1. Gus.
Wow.
Gus. 1, 0. Gus, you blew it. Next,
You're
reel the
kidding.
reel. Let's
You're
go.
Kidding. This is
Gus,
not
reel the
happening.
reel, honey. Reel the reel. Reel it. Reel it.
Okay. Hold on.
It's done. We're reeling it again.
All right.
Reel the reel, honey. Reel the reel. Turn it. Turn it and
Hold
turn
on,
it.
hold on. Wait, I gotta undo everything now. See, I hate when this happens. Oh, okay, hold on.
Come on already.
Drum
You gotta reset
roll.
it.
Yeah, I gotta reset it. This is terrible. Okay,
Okay, now it's reset.
okay, here we go. And the winner is.
And the winner is. Oh, you say it, hon.
Striper Junkie.
Striper Junkie, another 10-second countdown here.
Junkie?
Striper Junkie, hey, are you there? Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. Where are you, Striper Junkie? 7, 6.
Man, they really had to wait.
5. This has never happened before. You got a 200 van stall over here and you're not on. 4.
It's crazy. Come on.
3, 2. There he is. No, that's a striper hunt. Sorry about that. 2, 1, 0. Okay, next. Let's go next. Next. I don't want to see him pop up now.
He's with
Next.
Gus.
Roll it again.
You're out.
What was that?
No, I'm like, next. Okay, I
Next.
gotta set this up again.
Yeah, Gus was the first guy, honey. This is the second guy we're at right now.
So, here we go. Drum roll, please. Who's calling?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Next.
Okay. All right, hold on. Give me a minute. We got here.
Set it up again. Come on.
Sorry. You know what? This type is so little. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
And the
Spin it.
winner is
Oh, say it, honey.
Ken 313. I can't see.
Con, if you're out there, you're the winner. If it happens again, we're going to do this next week. 10,
No, we're
9, 8. Con, where are you? 7, 6.
yeah, that's him.
Carl Newman, yes, I am here. That is him. Carl!
Yay,
Carl, congratulations, brother.
Wow.
You are the winner this week. I'm sorry to the other guys that are not here. I did not see you on here. That is the rules. I'm so sorry.
Look, they're saying Gus was late. Gus was too late.
Yeah,
was
Gus,
too
you were
late.
too late, Gus.
The rules are the rules.
The rules are the rules. When you get that phone call and you're watching your favorite show or your favorite movie and it's like, get on the live stream, they called your name. It's too late. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hate
man.
me, love
This is
me.
what
I
happens.
do this all for you guys. You should be on the show consistently. So this way you do win that reel easily or clearly. You're the winner.
Oh,
Going back to Bill
man.
Wetzel again. Bring him up, Hunt, please.
Yeah, here we go.
Bill, thank you so much for coming on tonight. Was a wonderful show. I wish I can have you on every
Thank
week.
you, Romina. You do a great job.
Aw,
There you go.
thank you, Bill.
Thank you. Bill's
so
always
much.
very complimentive of you. God damn it, Bill, you're never that complimentive to me. Only when I go fishing with you. Thank you, Bill.
Thank you,
Thank you for
you.
everything you do for the surf casting industry. Remember, guys, join the Surf Rats Ball. Become a member there. You get to join the tournament, the best tournament in the country, best surf casters in the business. I mean, the best surf casters in the business. Even we got guys in all the way in California, such as NorCal, Cat, Orlando. Guys, join the tournament. You have the best in the business. And if you win, you will get bragging rights. You will be known. Congratulations to last year's winner. Wombat, congratulations. That's Vinny. Guys, thank you for coming to the show again this week. Thank you to Bill Wetzel. Thank you to Billy the Greek, who was on earlier, who kept us busy a little bit also. Thank you for answering all the questions, Bill. Thank you for everything. It was a great show. Guys, I will see you next time. Bill, anything you want to say to anybody before we go?
No, just thank you for having me, Eric. I
Thank you,
really
buddy.
appreciate it.
God bless you, brother. Let's go, guys.
Good night, everybody.
See you next week, everybody. Let's go.
Okay.
Give a little dance. Let's go. Guys, you are the best. Thank you.